And good evening, everybody. Welcome. Yes, indeed.
Indeed.
Another packed victory. Welcome to ThunderZone Pizza and Tap House. It is the Packed Football Show. Jim and Joe with the head coach, Phil Vigil. Got a couple of guests here tonight. Howard Russell. And who's this other guy? His helmet keeps falling off, right? Noah Purcell, I think it is.
We gotta find a chin strap that fits Noah's
But
helmet.
he did. He got it cured. I talked to him, Joe, and he's got it cured from this week's game.
You know,
And we want to put money on that, Noah?
we only say that because we
The
don't
over-under
we don't
each
we
week.
don't want you out of the game
Exactly.
or a play. You play offense, defense, special teams, so it's like, okay, where's Noah? Oh, his helmet came off. No, we're gonna staple it to your head.
Yeah, we only found one weakness in his game, though. Can't catch a pass.
Oh, did that hurt?
But he made up for it.
Did that hurt?
But he made up for it with a brilliant fake punt run.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was awesome.
It was redemption.
Yeah, that was redemption. We'll get
That's
to that
a
in
good
a little
one.
bit, so hold your thoughts about that. But, Phil, it had to be a very satisfying victory. You got off to such a fast start. Sometimes you get off such a fast start, then I don't know if the team subconsciously relaxes a little bit. But Mesa kind of found their bearings, got back in the ball game there in the second quarter. But then I thought early on in the third quarter, you kind of reestablish yourself.
Yeah, I mean, all week we talked about, getting off to a fast start, especially after the way we started against Grand Valley. And proud of these guys that came out and started fast and went right down the field on our first offensive possession. Our first play of the game was a 57-yard run by this guy. And we're punching the ball in the end zone a couple plays later. And then, defense does what they do, shut them down right off the bat, blocked punt, return for a touchdown, and we come back out on offense and they stop us on our own, and we get to a 4th and 8 and fake punt. Noah runs it up the sideline, and we go right down the field and score again. And just proud of their response, proud of the way that they've matured. I talked to the team, I talked to you guys about last year at this time we lose to Grand Valley in a hard fought game, come back the next week, and we weren't there, especially early in that game against Western Colorado. And I knew we had a more mature team this year, and the way that they responded after that loss was encouraging. And so proud of them. That's a good win.
And it was just the way you guys came out. I mean, all facets of the game, too. That's kind of the way you want it, have everybody contribute.
Mm-hmm.
Defense doing a great job, special teams, offense, everything worked.
Yep. It was good. It was good to see. It was good to see these guys answer back. And there was a little bit of a lull there in the second quarter, and challenge these guys at halftime to go win the third and finish what we start. And they did that, won the third and won the fourth and won the game.
Well, we knew going in the strength of their club was defensively. So I think in their second quarter, they kind of rallied around their defense. That kind of kept them in the game long enough. They got that, big play for the touchdown. But then you guys settled it down, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, we again, I think the beautiful thing about this year's ball club is, we go to South Dakota Mines and they're loading up the box, and we have to throw the ball to win the game. And then, last week that we had an opportunity to run the football to win the game, and we threw for a season low, and rushed for 4 touchdowns. And it was awesome to see the offensive line be able to do what they did on Saturday, and the receivers were in the run game blocking, and there was a lot there that guys were doing their job to make sure that we do whatever we need to do to win the football game. And defense has been playing stellar all year long. I mean, they've kept us in games, they've kept games close. They're playing lights out right now, so it's been really fun to watch these guys continue to grow and develop, and that's really what we talk about a lot, is be the best at getting better, and how do we continue to grow and get better every single week. And our process doesn't change, and they're buying into it.
It was a Howard Russell game when I see Taylor Tusk is walking out early. I was walking into the ThunderZone. He was walking out with his to-go bag. Said, "Oh, you had to buy your own tonight, didn't you?" I said, "It was a ground game this week. You're not the guest now. We got Howard tonight." He started laughing. I love that sense of humor. The best part about that game, and Jim and I talked about it off there because you don't want to say it on there, is they were kind of back in it, but we never got the feeling it was tilted one. I don't think I never felt that you guys were going to lose the game ever. Not even in that second quarter when it was just kind of a back and forth. The dominance was there, and it was almost like you just had to refocus and go. And that's that maturity you're talking about.
Yeah, and I think it's as we continue to grow and go through the season, it's playing the same way regardless of what the scoreboard says. and taking the scoreboard completely out of it. And how are you going to play on this play? How are you going to play on the next one? Because that's all you can control. And I think a little bit in the second quarter we got away from that, but we got back on track in the third and the fourth and did what we needed to do.
I just wanted to be in the running backs room when everybody got a shot from the one. You ran the gamut of everybody getting a shot.
Well, shoot, if this guy would stop trying to jump cut and jump over people,
we
just
talked
leave
about
him in. Golly.
We talked about that, but it was funny. You put the freshman in.
Yeah, he has some weaknesses, some glaring weaknesses. We got to work on that.
He's got sometimes too happy feet. He thinks he's on the track team a little bit. Wants to hurdle, but it was probably a fun week for the run. It was probably a fun weekend in the running backs.
Oh yeah, big time. Monday through Friday. We knew that we needed to come out and start fast, and I tell the guys, like we talk all the time, that first play of the game was wide zone pistol, but we ran that same play that same Tuesday as the first play of team period. So just knowing and seeing how the guys were coming out and practicing this week with that little extra edge coming off of that loss, it was definitely fun, and we knew we were going to be in for a big game on Saturday.
When you're one of the older guys now, so you wanted to see that.
Definitely.
You want to see those guys,
Definitely.
that maturity that Coach talked about.
Definitely.
Well, some of those big runs, the first one right off the bat, then, it seems like Phil, every week he pulls off a run, and I keep saying that's one of the greatest runs I've ever seen. Well, we see another one of the greatest runs I've ever seen, and the little 15-yarder down to the goal line was amazing. But I think I saw social media captured your hurdle from the sideline.
My hurdle?
Yeah, you haven't seen that one? The guy, he is way up there, and the just grasping air, and he's got to be a foot and a half over the top of it.
Yeah. It's one of those things you don't just want to step back as a coach and not try to screw them up. Don't overcoach them, and there's some things we got to fix.
Always.
He knows that.
Always.
But that's the beautiful thing about football. You've never arrived. Never arrived.
Well, coaching hard's fun when you win.
Oh yeah.
Right. You're just trying to get better and better, but coach them harder when they win. Yeah, that victory Monday, whatever. But then, bam, it's Saturday.
No, it's not even Monday. It's about 24 hours from the time game ends till we get back on Sunday. So,
well, maybe early on in the game when the game's still in the balance, they force you into a 4th and goal. There was no mistake; you're going to go for it. But that was still kind of a tense moment there. Needed to get in the end zone right there. If you don't, who knows where momentum goes after that?
Yeah, and obviously when your defense is playing the way that they're playing, even if you don't make that, you feel really good about getting the ball back in great field position. But offensively for us on Saturday, we struggled on third downs. We've got to continue to grow and get better in third downs. But proud of us for going 4 for 4 on 4th down.
Yeah, that's what we noticed.
Third down, we'll just take 4th down. We're good. We're 100% on 4th down.
So we did well on 4th down, and we were 5 for 5 in the red zone, which is extremely important of getting points.
And the wind was a little bit.
It was. I was a little concerned. I honestly considered. I asked our staff. As soon as we get done with pregame, we go in and we all sit around the table and pray, and then we say, okay, what do we want to do? Is there anything different? I was like, man, do we want to take the win to start? And
yeah, we brought that up. I was wondering what the decision would be there.
Yeah, and I was kind of going back and forth, and I was like, yeah, if they win the toss, that won't be good for us, and they did, and I didn't feel like it was enough for us to lose an extra possession, And
that's kind of what I said. Is as much as you want to take the win, you don't want to give up that one, but all the scoring in the first half was into the win.
Well, and that's what we talked about. I talked to Coach Brown and just said, hey, if we're going into the wind, we're going to be extremely aggressive. We're going to go for it more on 4th down. We're not going to kick into the wind or punt into the wind. We're gonna be aggressive. And so, we cross our own, 30-yard line, 40-yard line. No, you got 4 downs, to get a first
Probably
down.
Easier to call plays or at least open up it a little bit.
Yeah, and I would hope so, and Coach Brown did a great job, and that first drive, I think it was an 8 or 9 play drive, and I think we threw it maybe once or twice at the whole time, and so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And he was going off, and the O-line was doing a great job, and the receivers were blocking well, and it worked out.
Go ahead.
I just think we just mentioned it a little bit. The offensive line, I think that's kind of what you wanted to see. coming in. That was if there was an area you wanted to see a little bit more dominance, you got to see that early in the game Saturday.
Yeah, the O line is just continuing to get better and better
Yes.
and better. And again, the more that those guys play together, the better they're going to be. And so that's the beautiful thing about that group right now is there's no seniors in that room. And so it's exciting.
Let's talk about some of the strategy. We'll get to the plays in the second half when we listen to the highlights. But the first one, the block punt, it looked like you guys had the perfect scouting play for it's almost like you anticipated.
It's like we knew the guy
style
punting
to the right. Exactly. Knew he was going to go right. And, I mean, he just walked right into a block punt.
Yeah, we'd seen them do their rugby quite a bit, on film and knew that if they did that we would have an opportunity. And Shalom Peter, our linebacker, that guy gave Coach Mack more headaches last year when he was redshirting on punt block. I mean, Noah was the shield having to block him, and he blocked more punts in practice. And it was so awesome to see him go and do that to someone else, on Saturday. And so he got his big old paw in there, and then Mateus Bug picked that thing up and scooted right into the end zone. It was awesome to see.
Well, we laugh because we do our game prep and we do the coaches show and we talk about all the scenarios, but those are two names we didn't think we were going to call on Saturday. We're looking at the roster going, who's this guy?
Shalom Peter.
Who's this guy? And then little birdie told me that Mateus Bug could eventually be one of the big-time defensive backs at this university.
Yeah, he's done a really good
job.
Yeah,
they've kind of said that this kid –
Shalom, too.
Yeah,
Shalom is going to be –
just keep an eye on these guys.
Shalom is going to be a really good football player. He's going to be a really good football player. And this is only his third year ever playing football. He was a soccer player in high school.
Really?
And only came out his senior year. They asked him to go kick.
Right.
They said, hey, come out and kick for us. And so his very first play, he's on kickoff, and he kicks it. And then he runs down there and makes a tackle. He's like, I kind of like hitting people. And then he started playing football, And so he's his best football still ahead of him.
I like violence.
Yeah,
okay, exactly.
Just too many red cards.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You do that, and you'd be in trouble. So now we move on. It's nice to get that big 14-0 lead. It's like, you breathe. Now we can just turn it loose, make another stop. You get the ball, aren't able to do anything with it, and it's almost like the 5-yard penalty helped you because it would change the strategy there, didn't it?
Yeah. So we try to go hard count on 3rd and 3, see if we can get them to jump, and they don't, and we do. So that's not ideal. And we've been talking about running a fake punt for quite some time.
You've been itching.
I really have.
I know you have. You've been itching.
That first one, I told Mac, I said, let's see if we got it. And so we go freeze, and I look out there. I said, we got it. He's like, you want to? I was like, yes, let's go. Let's run it. And it was 4th and 8 at that time. And I think because it was 4th and 8, they thought it was, I don't even know what it was, probably from our own 30 or so.
Yeah, 35,
like
somewhere in there.
And this time, Noah.
Yeah, this time.
Tell us about that. Walk us through that.
Talk us through last year first.
Last year
against Mesa.
Same call, bus, and I was lined up on the opposite side, and the run is supposed to hit the outside, and I got the ball, I ran across, and I seen green up the middle, and our guys are blocking down, so they blocked their guy into me running up the middle, and I had to get my revenge.
There you go. So you ran outside.
Yes, I did. I followed
the way the play was designed.
Run it the way it's blocked.
When they hold up the card and the X says to go this way,
Yeah.
you went that way?
Yes,
All right. I've seen those cards.
Well, as we said, it had to feel good for you to make that play. You made several big plays this year. I think you ran back a kick once this year, didn't you? Or you caught it on the short man. But, I mean, still, you had to be seeing red when you drop that ball. I mean, you're never going to have a better chance, to pick one off and take it on into the end zone, right?
Just so you know, Jim has a eidetic memory when it comes to drops.
Yeah,
right, Coach?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. We talk about drops like 5 years ago.
But so far, we're 2 for 2 this year on redemption. Nigel's you got the redemption,
Yep.
Big touchdown catch, and now you got the fake punt. But man, still, when you see that, you just kind of go, God, dang, what do you do?
Definitely haunts me. I definitely looking to score first. I wasn't thinking about the ball first. First pick 6, and I'm like, I got it. And out of my hand.
And I would think the first thing you worry about, oh man, they're going to kill me
Oh,
in
yeah.
film study.
At least it was,
Who'd be the worst on you? Who'd ride you the worst?
like,
Player, and then
player?
coach. Which
player-
player is going to ride you the
I feel
hardest?
like the whole team did. But one guy that keeps giving me
And now you got the
things
damn
about
broadcaster on
Wild.
you too, see?
But yeah,
Who's the guy that still gives you grief?
Wild.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
Germano.
okay.
And then
Yeah.
which coach were you dreading the most?
Coach V.
Oh man, come on, man.
Oh,
I have to give it to him
the
because
truth comes out.
he's such a good athlete. Every NFL scout that comes through here, I'm like, if you guys need a fullback, this guy's going to play fullback at the next level if he wanted to, because he's probably the most heavy-handed human being I've ever coached. I mean, I've literally had to tell him several times, hey, no, we're going against ourselves today. Don't get anybody hurt, please. He is solely responsible for probably at least 4 or 5 concussions on our offensive line just because of how hard he hits. And so,
Well, and we laugh. We said when we introduce, no, we got to just, and when you say position, we say yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever position.
He's
yes.
a hybrid.
Yes.
there's
Yeah,
no
I
doubt. But he's got great hands. That's why I was so shocked. He's got great soft hands.
Definitely.
That's why it's a 40 on your jersey and not a 4 or an 84.
Well, the next time I'm confident we're going to be calling a touchdown.
All right, see?
Interception,
Redemption.
return for a touchdown, exactly. Or a scoop and score or something.
Yeah.
That's why you want to blow somebody up and then pick the ball up and go on.
See, the best part about playing every play like you do on both sides of the ball and special teams, the opportunities are endless.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, we are at ThunderZone Pizza and Tap House. It is the Pack Football Show, brought to you by Rustler Implement. They're your local premier Kubota Case International Harvester New Holland dealer. Please like their Facebook business page for a chance to win one of 2 $100 gift cards and receive all the updates and promotions they are offering. Same name, same family. Since 1960, we are at ThunderZone Pizza and Tap House. We've also got some swag we're going to give away throughout the night here. We got to figure out a way to give it away, so we'll discuss that. But it's brought to you by Keg One, the brothers are Hutchinson. And look at this stuff they got here.
There's
got-
mugs, there's tickets,
Oh,
there's flags,
there's a
flags,
parking pass.
there's little
Some
there's
beanies.
I like
some beanies.
You know what? I got 2 of these at home that I pilfered that I need to bring and give away.
Well, there you go.
I found them in a sock drawer, of all places.
He
Not
was-
just a sock drawer, but a sock drawer.
He was stealing from the show and hiding it.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
maybe during the Q&A or the highlights, if somebody come up and say, "Go Pack,"
yeah, okay. Just,
we'll figure it out.
Just yell it in Phil's mic right into his ear. Just take his
Come up
headset
and
off
say,
go,
"Coach Phil's the greatest,"
That's right.
and do it with it like this.
No one
All
says
right.
Coach Phil, by the way.
We do. You haven't listened to us. That's Coach Phil, not Dr. Phil.
If you got a question
Coach
for the coach, Coach Phil,
Doctor.
or player Russell,
We're playing Noah.
or player Noah, you can text us 719-671-7574. We got about 4 good ones here in the old iPhone. You can always tweet Joe or go on the X page there, x.com. X.com works, you know.
I know.
I was
but-
afraid to put that in, Joe.
No, but I don't. Yeah, because
But,
you
know,
normally
I
put-
didn't want to have
yeah,
problems.
you normally have more than one X.
Well,
Oh,
that's
my
true. You just go with one. But still, it's just
Hey, family, open air.
It's a family show.
That's it. So you can tweet Joe or you can text me, 719-671-7574. I got to say, since giving out my phone, I get some strange requests now. My phone number's out there. And
You're
who are you? No, I don't have anything to do with you. Okay. All right, come on back. ThunderZone Pizza and Tap House, Pack Football Show on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back. ThunderZone Pizza and Tap House, Pack Football Show. Good crowd on hand here tonight. Steel City Solar and Roofing. They're proud to serve the Southern Colorado community as a locally owned company. They uphold the values that matter to you. Proudly partner with San Isabel Electric to provide the best solutions for all energy needs. Alongside Solar and Roofing, they are now your premium Tesla dealer in Pueblo, offering Tesla Powerwalls, batteries, and EV chargers. And they can't wait to continue serving the community with the best in energy solutions. Proud sponsor of the Pack Football Show, Steel City Solar and Roofing. Welcome back to the show. Once again, if you got a question for the coach or the players, 719-671-7574. Either that or find Joe on Twitter. And you can send it to it there. We've already got a few lined up. But right now, it is time for highlights. And let me get my there's some more questions.
And
coming
while
in.
you're getting them lined up, just let people know at the ThunderZone Pizza and Tap House, you can get these hot honey.
Hot honey.
It's not
is
even on the menu. Say you heard it here on our show or on the football broadcast. Say I heard hot honey, and they'll get it for you. It's like a secret.
It's
what do you think, guys? Thumbs up? Howard, what do you think?
2 thumbs up.
Two thumbs up.
Thumbs
Noah?
up.
All right, so
unbelievable stuff.
Noah Purcell and Howard Russell love the hot honey.
Love.
Coach
All
likes
right.
it too, though, I think.
Well,
Fantastic.
You know, Ryan Howard, he knew he had a winner there. And he's come through it.
I had to ask him if we could pump it on the show because that could have been a one-time deal.
Yeah,
People come in and order and they're like, no, we don't have that. But
Yeah,
yes,
what are you guys talking about? This
it's
hot honey?
off the menu, but it's available here now.
All right. Well, I don't need this stinking thing. I can remember the plays, right? So, you know what we should have. I screwed up today. I probably should have sent it to Aaron. Was the big first play from scrimmage, Howard, where you ripped off a big run. Tell us about that run. We won't listen to it, but just tell us about what that play was designed to do and what you saw and how it came about.
Well, it was designed to initially get outside. It was a wide zone. But through the mesh point, we aligned in the pistol to kind of give me a little bit more time to read the blocks and let the play develop a little bit. So we put it in the pistol later on in the week and liked the way it looked. But initially, it's designed to get outside. And as I'm going through the mesh point, I kind of see how the defense flows over the top heavy. And the middle of the field kind of parts like the Red Sea. So obviously, you see a hole. You take it, you hit it full speed. I'm not going to say it caught me off guard because I was obviously aiming there.
Right.
But it shocked me how naked it was and just hit it full speed and got on up to the third level before I knew it. As I hit the 2 linebackers behind me, kind of dive and miss the legs. The one coming over the top from the left side of the field kind of has an angle on me, I felt like, and I wasn't exactly in acceleration mode. I was kind of like running, you know what I mean? Like I was kind of shocked at how wide it was. And as he's coming over the top, I kind of hit the hole and just stick and hit the other sideline. And had I done what the coaches tell me and just trust the speed, I think I might score there.
Right.
Probably untouched.
Yeah.
But it just I'm not gonna say it amazed me because we talk about it all week about you practice how you play.
Yeah.
But just seeing how it hit exactly how it was hit in practice that week, I was like, let's go. It's one of those days.
You got that running style that if I was a coach, I would love because you're quick, you're fast, you're sudden, but you're also patient. You know, I mean, we noticed that a little bit, not Le'Veon Bell-esque, you know, where you wait and wait and wait, but
Right.
you got a little bit of a pause before you decide which way you're going to go sometimes, and that pays off.
Definitely. I was talking to my dad on the phone after the game, and he was harping on me about how the outside was open all game, and I didn't see it until the third touchdown. He was telling me it was there all game, and I was like, Dad, I didn't see it till film, but honestly, like I think I've fallen in love with running between the tackles, like running behind the big guys.
Look at the coaches; they're all
right.
Look at them,
right. when they're working like that, making those blocks and putting bodies on bodies and pushing dudes into other bodies. Let's go.
Well,
running a play like it's blocked is a dream.
Yeah, well,
Right.
speaking on body and running a play as it's designed, you face 4th down and goal here at the 1.
Right.
Here at the 1. Here's the snap. They give it to Russell up the middle, puts his head down. He is to the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Thunderwolves.
Howard Russell the 4th. This was his drive, Jim.
He barely got in. He got stood up, but he had just enough forward lean to get across to break the plane for the touchdown.
That was a will drive.
All right, we've got it. Yeah, I'm sorry, Joe. Cut you off there on you.
No,
one more little bit
it's
there,
good because
but we've got an update.
I know.
Howard's been doing some family tree research. It's 5th.
I am actually the 5th. Right. So hearing that made my dad happy.
Oh, good.
So
Okay.
I got him reminiscing a little bit, but
All
I am
right.
actually the 5th. Coming to find out, there's actually 9 of us in our family, but the first 4 just didn't do the Roman numerals. So
Okay.
somewhere along the generation, we picked up Roman numerals, and 5 generations later, I came.
All right.
Wow.
But yeah, every first boy in the family is a Howard.
Nice.
Oh my! Well, I'm shortening Roman numerals. That's that's a first for me. But
Yeah, once we get past 5, we're in trouble, right? Well, maybe past 8, you're in
LXV.
trouble. Yeah, you start
Howard
putting
Russell the 9th.
Oh,
putting
yeah.
a 1 in front of the
That's
X.
what I said.
and
We
all
can
that.
stop at 10.
You're
I
in
think
trouble.
10's a good place
Okay.
to call it quits.
Well, we'll
All
just
right.
go. We'll just call. How about we just go Howard Russell and all the Howard Russells can rejoice.
I like that.
All right.
I like
All right,
that.
our second big highlight here. We're going to go to special teams making a big play. Big play. It's loose, picked up. It's going to be a scoop and score touchdown for the Thunderwolves. Mateus Bug takes it on into the end zone.
What a great play. Special teams, which has been a little bit of a bugaboo, turns into a huge play today.
And as we didn't know at the time who got the block, but then we found out later.
Yeah, I
Show
got
him,
the
Peter.
text from Ben Greenberg.
Yep.
Johnny on the spot SID. I said, who's 50? I go, who got the block? He said 51. So then I look at my roster sheet and I see 51. I'm like, okay.
Who's this guy?
I didn't even know he was going to
He's emerging. He
Yes,
emerged.
And it turns out
in
we're
this
gonna
game.
we're gonna be following him, so that's good.
He actually broke his hand early in fall camp, and which is why he didn't travel to South Dakota
okay.
Mines,
Okay.
things of that nature. So he's finally gotten back healthy and made an impact.
All right, I got to be a little more deft on the dials here. Been a little too quick here getting into it, but we're going to go now to Howard Russell, the fifth's second touchdown run. I think. And they give it to Russell up the middle. Big hole. Cuts it. Oh, hurdles across the 10. Inside the 5. Powering to the goal line. He is close. He is in. Touchdown. Oh, that was exciting. What a hurdling tacklers and taking it on into the end zone. Everything you could want in a touchdown run.
Oh yeah, big time. I think about that. That was actually the first time I've actually like hurdled someone like live. I joke with Coach Moffett all the time about it. Like, Coach, I think if I see him down my legs, I'm just gonna take off. And Coach, he's got some trauma from past times coaching other big time running backs or whatnot and seeing how their hurdles played out. And he always tells me, "Don't do that." You know what I mean? But
they do not want you leaving your
right.
feet.
It's just in that moment. It's coming out in the way that my momentum was going and seeing the angle that he had and just that split-second decision. Got to get out of there. Uh-oh.
Now, I can see why Aaron hesitated. I got out of order there
That's
because we jumped the gun to get to your touchdown. Noah, apologize. You were supposed to be the next play here. But here we go. Here is another big play for Noah. See, now that I'm out of order, I probably got them all screwed up.
And that 5 yards probably takes out the. Oh, it takes not.
Round the right side and got it. 40 down to the 35-yard line. And as Joe calls him, he's a jack of all trades. Noah Purcell. That's the way to pick a guy up. He drops the interception, but on the fake punt, he gets the first down.
The direct snap to Noah Purcell, and he just had to get to the chains, and he let it develop. Phil Vigil told us this week he was going to be aggressive.
The jack of all trades. You like that? You like being a jack of all trades?
I do like that.
Yeah, it's kind of.
He's the Swiss Army knife from Hawaii.
And just an awesome play there, Phil. We talked about it, the strategy, and Joe, we were thinking, well, the 5 yards might take you out.
It actually played to your favor because
did.
it probably make them think that took you
Yeah,
out.
it was good. I mean, we talk about being aggressive and can't just talk about it. Got to be about it and got our opportunity.
All right, so Mesa gets a touchdown there in the second quarter to make it 21-7, going into the locker and come out in the second half. And it was important to establish some dominance, and you get that fourth touchdown you needed right here. Possession. Again, they give it to Russell. He tries to go outside, inside the 10, inside the 5 to the pylon. Touchdown!
The third touchdown for Howard Russell, the fourth. He's got to get 5, doesn't he? We got to get him 5 today.
Yeah, you know, if Joe and I are up there running the show, give it to him again. Give it to him again. Forget those other guys.
Keep feeding. I know the room will get a little smaller, but you know what? I don't care. Just feed the bear.
We got some playmakers, though. We got some playmakers on our squad for sure.
That's got to be the best, though.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what was funny about that play, your quarterback, he wanted to get out there and throw a lead block. But then he goes, nah. He just kind of handed, he goes, nah, just let you go.
I love Devin, man. I love Devin. Devin Larson's my guy, big time. We talk on and off the field. In the backfield, if you guys don't know, we're sitting there mid-play. He's getting his reads. We're back to having a full conversation.
Oh, nice.
You guys will never even know.
Really? Did you hear that?
Now, was that the design for Devin probably to go out and lead block, or did he just kind of make a business decision?
No, I mean, it's the play is duo, and it's the beautiful thing about duo is you create a bunch of double teams. You're supposed to create 3 double teams at the point of attack, and it fits Howard's running style perfectly because I've actually said he's a lot like Le'Veon Bell, where he's very patient, and there's nothing that you actually want your running backs to be really patient on duo. You want those double teams to get movement, and then get off on a linebacker. And there's no wrong way to read duo. You know, you're going to be reading the mic. If the mic plugs right now, then you're going to bounce it. If he's back, then you're going to cram it. And if everybody's flowing over the top, just like on that touchdown, we're going to cut it back. And that's exactly what he did. And it was awesome.
That's a split-second read, though.
Kind of.
You
A
know,
little bit of pre-play
You
determination
get that
too.
kind of okay, and then boom. But I said there's times where you hit, and there's times where you just kind of lay back just a little bit, and then pick your poison and then go.
Right. It gets me in trouble sometimes.
I'm sure.
I think I had to Eric coach that a couple of times, say, Howard, just hit it. And gave him the yes, sir. Got on out there, just hit it, worked out perfectly, just how he said it would.
And then you got to probably resist the temptation when you see the pylon and nobody there, just,
Right.
to kind of, showboat it a little bit. Just take it on in there.
Just a little bit. You definitely gotta hone in on your discipline, which we harp all week. But just seeing how the pre-play, how the defense kind of like shifted over to that strong side of the field, I kind of knew like if all else goes south over here, there's nobody over there.
Right.
So that's kind of like I kind of pressed it a little bit, kind of kept my eye on the backside safety, and once he took that step or hesitated a bit, off to the races.
Well, you mentioned the word discipline, and I know we talked about that last week. I thought this team played much more disciplined football Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's about improving and getting better, and we've done that, and we've got to continue to do that. That's going to be the recipe, and if we can continue to get better every single week, we're going to be pretty dangerous when the end of the season hits.
All right, we hope everybody enjoyed the highlight package there. We're going to come back in a little bit, but first we'll tell you about Rustler Implement. They're your local premier Kubota Case International Harvester and New Holland dealer. Please like their Facebook business page for a chance to win one of two $100 gift cards and receive all the updates and promotions they are offering. Same name, same family since 1960. They're out there on the Mesa. You ever driven by there, Joe, out there on the Mesa? They got a lot of implements for you.
It's implements.
Yeah, and there you can go to Rocky Ford and find some
I
implements.
think they call them implements because they don't know what to call them.
It's implement season.
That machine does everything.
Well, we're going to be going to Alamosa this week. Maybe we'll see that
the potato
implement
harvester
that digs up. Phil, have you seen that? Have you ever seen a potato harvester going through a field?
I haven't.
It is unbelievable. We saw it a few years back. It was, what
We're
the
like,
hell
what
are they
is
doing
that?
out there? And it was
And it
like,
was-
oh, so that's how they harvest those taters. Yeah. It was good. Come on back and join us. We got questions coming next, 719-671-7574. Either that or tweet Joe here at ThunderZone Pizza and Tap House. Pack football show on Fox Sports Pueblo. All right, welcome back. ThunderZone Pizza and Tap House, Pack football show. Another successful Saturday last week, defeating hated Colorado Mesa. Can't stand those guys, Joe.
Well,
I know you went to school there, but I
Can't stand them.
Joe Folda schooled me when we went over there for basketball, and they used to have that Ed McCauley basketball camp, and then Skockle. Skockle was the basketball coach there. And they didn't have any towels in the locker room, and the water was cold, and Folda yelled at Skockle, goes, "Hey, Skockle, why don't you get some towels with some of that camp money?" Joe Folda, most mild-mannered guy in the world, was like, whoa, this is serious coming here. Wow. Then I also remember Dave Socher talking about Guy Taylor. He goes, Jim, Guy Taylor's going to have 2 fouls before 30 seconds in this game. I go, how? And he goes, well, he's going to get an offensive foul. He's going to get a foul away from the ball, setting an illegal screen. First trip down the court, charge. Next play, foul. 2 fouls, but 30 seconds into the game. I go, oh, well.
that's where
I learned the RMAC way.
Jim's favorite saying.
Yeah, know your
geography.
Exactly. Steel City Solar and Roofing is proud to serve the Southern Colorado community as a locally owned company with local values that matter to you. We proudly partner with San Isabel Electric to provide the best solutions for all your energy needs. Alongside solar and roofing, they are now your premium Tesla dealer in Pueblo, Colorado, offering Tesla Powerwalls, batteries, and EV chargers. Can't wait to continue serving the community of Pueblo with the best in energy solutions. All right, we've got from Keg One and the Hutchins brothers here, we've got some stuff to give away. If you want to get some of this stuff before we just do kind of a random thing, if you got a question for the coach, come on over. I'll take my headset off. We'll put it on you, and you can give Phil a
Be careful
question.
what you ask for there.
And we got a little Coors Light. These are beautiful.
We're
It
not
fits in the
worried
hand
about
beautifully.
you.
We got the flag. So we got 2 things to give away. If you have a question for the head coach, don't be shy. Paul Plinsky might have he's probably got a spot for a question. Paul, you want to win something? All right, so we'll see if maybe wants a question. But
He
let's
says,
go
"What's
to
going on?"
while we're waiting. Yeah, he's going. I'm not listening to the show. What's going on over there? All right. Well, Ken's checking in from the Ozarks, and he kind of, he says Mesa something, but he doesn't like him either. All right, he wants you to beat the hell out of Adams. That's his comment there, and he really enjoyed watching the run game. I'm sure you did too. I go, if this team's going to get where it wants to get, you need balance, and we're finding you can kind of do it both ways.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to win in the playoffs, you got to be able to run the football, and so obviously it's going to be a key for us moving forward, and something we're always going to focus on. Coach Natkin does a great job with the run game and figuring out ways to block up these boxes, and our guys are executing.
His UTEP Miners lost to my Rams Saturday, so
They haven't won a game yet, have they? UTEP?
Maybe not, but they didn't win Saturday, so that's all.
He's actually one of the associate ADs at Western New Mexico is from El Paso, and he texted me. He's like, I had no idea Natkin was on your staff. He's like, he's an El Paso legend.
I was going to say, he's. I just I've said this before. You were good when you played. If you're a consensus All-American, first team All-American, and you played at UTEP, you were good.
He was a baller.
But who's the best UTEP athlete?
Yes,
Tim Hardaway.
Oh, there you go. Crossover king.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That was a killer crossover. All right, we got Mr. Anonymous here. Doesn't want to be known who it is here.
Brace for this question.
Yeah, he wants to know,
We have
was
quality
Mesa doing
control.
anything special to shut down Reggie? Did they just decide Reggie Retzlaff wasn't going to beat you, or was it more just a condition of the wind and the game plan and all that?
Yeah, I mean they were playing a lot of two-man, and so they're going to play man up, and then they're going to play a safety over the top, and that's the beautiful thing about football. It's a beautiful thing about having good players on the edge is they want to do that, then they're going to be light in the box, which is why we were able to run the football the way we were able to run the football. So pick your poison.
Had to laugh. He didn't really look like he had a sweat after the game. I was like, "Did you play today?" And he just looked at me. He laughed, but he was like,
Probably wanted to punch you.
he goes, "What?" He goes, "Well," he told me, he goes, I had 2 or 3 guys on me all game long, and we knew it. But I just given him the business.
He's one of the most competitive people.
I know.
It
was fun to give him the business.
That might be a great promotion. Who wants to punch Joe? We'll just get a life-size
that'll be down the
replica.
street. That'll stretch the entire field of the Thunderbolt.
See if we could raise some money with that one.
We could raise some serious money. We could cure cancer with that one.
All right, next question. A little less football-oriented than just social-oriented. Where does the team like to eat when Alamosa? He thinks the Ruby Slipper is great. Now, I always had an affection for isn't the Purple Pig in Alamosa?
I have no idea.
Isn't that Purple Pig in Alamosa? I think so.
This is our first time since I've been here going to Alamosa, so we're gonna go to Knee Knockers Bar and Grill.
All right.
Supposedly, I've got some good. Oh no.
Oh. Okay. All right. Get into Phil's mic there. Here we go. Easy on the headset there. There you go.
Good?
All right.
Good, man.
Go for it.
Yep. So what do we have to do to keep your helmet on during the game? Because it comes off 4 or 5 times a game. So we need some extra duct tape. We got to hit some boosters up.
We fixed it. We adjusted the chin strap. My chin strap was kind of by my mouth, so now it's more underneath my chin.
So we're good to go.
Yeah,
So
we're
it's not
good.
a mouth strap now. It's
a chin strap now.
All right.
All right. That's all I got.
Thanks, Matt. Now, go ahead and give away. Go give away one of your cups. Give it away to somebody there. All right. We got one more to give away.
And the beanies. Couple
And
of
we got 2 beanies over here, too.
really
So
cool
we
beanies.
got more
These
stuff.
guys might be stealing
But you
some
got to
of
be willing to come here on the radio. So, all right. So, Ruby Slipper. Maybe, you had your class reunion. So,
them. No, it's this week.
Joe's in and out on Saturday, Phil. He's got his class reunion, his 40th.
Wow.
And
I know,
so
right?
he gets there
You look
late
great
and
for
leaves
40.
early. I kind of like normal.
Oh, is that what he does?
I pull in, I do my thing, and
I know he's there at the end of the game because he's the one I talked to.
But Joe knows not to get in my way.
no.
We
Jim,
need to get some hand signals,
Yeah.
better hand signals, so we can understand what you're
This
trying to
is like-
say.
Oh yeah, for the wireless, so we got to get that cured. Aaron and I have been we've come up with a different way to do it. We're going to tape that sucker down on the railing, so then just stretch a mic cord to it. So
you know what,
it's gonna work.
Jim's. We've been broadcast partners on TV or radio now for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
And the best way to help Jim when he's setting up or tearing down is to not help Jim set up or tear down. there's a method to his madness. So I'm like, all right, you need my help? He's like, nope.
Yeah, even Ben learned that after the first
Yeah,
Pack football show. He's over here. I go, Ben, would you just get the hell out of my way?
Maybe you carry some stuff down. Maybe you
And
carry some stuff around, but setting up and tearing down.
Hey, Rochelle says, may the 4th be with you. Well, it's not the 4th, it's the 5th. Be the 5th. May the 5th be with you. Now, that has certain connotations, Vincent, on this reunion weekend.
The 5th. Yeah, I don't want the 5th.
You don't want the 5th.
No.
You may be taking the 5th.
Pleading the 5th.
All right. Do we have any other questions? You got anything, Joe? Gosh. That one is kind of a repeat.
But he's the 5th.
Asking about the running back by committee. Was there any – were you just trying to diss Howard, not letting him have a 4th touchdown, or did you want to get somebody else
It's just
involved?
a personal vendetta against Howard. I was like, you know what, this guy, I'm tired of him. No, I mean, we had a certain package where we were going to put our freshman in the game. He didn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, he was upset. He felt like he should have had his pad level down a little bit more, and he's going to be a really, really good player for us. And
but it's good he's learning.
Right? He's going to be a stud. He's going to be an absolute stud.
Well, we saw that in fall camp.
Oh yeah, I mean, you look at the kid; he already looks like he's a senior from just his build. I mean, he's going to be really good.
We'll just follow up on that question a little bit. Maybe you can't answer it. Maybe it's not time, but you get 3 games, and then you've got to decide whether you're going to redshirt him or not.
Yeah.
Have you guys made that decision yet? Are you going to wait to see how it goes?
I think obviously you would like to redshirt everyone that you can,
right?
And we've got a lot of depth this year that we didn't have last year, and so we're going to try to redshirt as many guys as we possibly can. If we can give them an extra year, they're going to be a much better football player at 22 than they are at 18.
You guys agree that extra year is
all right? Good. So
they're nodding their heads yes.
You just have to kind of bide your time and take advantage of those opportunities when you get it.
Absolutely.
And then kick ass in practice, right?
That's right.
That's right. That's the way we do it. All right. Rustler implement. Or I did that one, didn't I? No, I got to do that again. We got to do it again. Rustler implement, your local premier Kubota Case International Harvester and New Holland dealer. Please like their Facebook business page for a chance to win one of 2 $100 gift cards and receive all the updates and promotions they are offering. Same name, same family since 1960. We thank everybody for all of your questions. We'll come back. We'll talk about Adam State. That all comes your way next. Pack Football Show on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back. Final segment of the Pack Football Show here. ThunderZone Pizza and Tap House. Come on down and join us after the show. I'll be here. Steel City Solar Roofing is proud to serve the Southern Colorado community as a locally owned company. They uphold the values that matter to you. They proudly sponsor or partner with San Isabel Electric to provide the best solutions for all your energy needs. Alongside solar and roofing, they are now your premium Tesla dealer in Pueblo, offering Tesla Powerwalls, batteries, and EV chargers. They can't wait to continue serving the community with the best in energy solutions. Phil, how are you handling travel this week? You going down the day of game, or are you going to go spend the night Friday night?
Yeah, we're going to go down Friday night. We're going to go down Friday, get all of our football stuff done here and head down, let the guys relax in the hotel for a little bit and go do our family Friday night, wake up, pregame meal, rock and roll. Let's go.
Looking forward to it. It's usually a pretty good crowd down there. They hate the Thunderwolves, which is a good thing. I remember Joe and I remember the Neuter the Dog night.
Oh, that was
remember
funny.
That's when they had a pretty good team that year, and then Thunderwolves just went in there and just destroyed them. They had these black shirts, Neuter the Dog.
It was a blackout. And they went all out.
They just opened up their stadium and just creamed them.
Well, I hope it's a good crowd. It's their homecoming.
Yeah. And I am so glad it's at 1 o'clock.
Make a note, avoid the homecoming parade. The homecoming parade that Ben and I got stuck in was in Walsenburg, though, a few years back. So
not like the Shadron one we got when we were going to Shadron to cover a game, and we went through Sidney, Nebraska. And we were downtown City driving, and there was their homecoming parade.
And we were just like,
we were in it. We were like, oh, we took a wrong turn. Oh, it's hilarious. We were like in the parade because we took a wrong turn. It was like Animal House, we were like,
oh, hey, bye. That's awesome.
It was funny.
It was great.
Awesome. Who were we with?
Capo,
that's right. Jeremy was with us. Oh, my goodness. All right, Phil, Adam State this weekend. Been kind of a tough start for them. They've shown some flashes of decency, but then they break down. I guess it's up to you guys just to not get caught up in the struggles and be worried about when they come at you with their strength.
Well, I mean, the thing for us is you train all year round for 11 opportunities, and you never take an opportunity lightly. And so we're again going to focus on us. We're going to focus on continuing to get better. And Adams is a team that's full of transfers, and if you don't take care of business, they will make it a game. And so we got to focus on getting better. We got to focus on what we can control, and coming out tomorrow and having a great Thursday practice. And again, if we've had a great Tuesday and Wednesday, if we can put another practice together tomorrow morning and continue to prep, I'll take these guys over anybody. But we got to make sure that we understand that we're going to get everybody's best game. That's just the way it is. It's going to be their homecoming. It's going to be emotional. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to be coming back. Like, if we think we're going to be able to go in there and just roll over it, we got another thing coming to us. And so we got to be ready to go. We got to be at our best, and we got to be ready to play for each other.
Well, it helps, I think, from this last weekend when you say, well, on any given Saturday, a team could do it. You just see what Shadron did to Mines. I mean, that was a whale of a game. Probably should have won the game. Should have been a big upset there. So I'm sure you just say, hey, guys, it could happen to us if we don't take care of business.
That's why you play the game. That's why you play it, And Shadron had a great game plan against Mines. They had a true freshman quarterback that was starting for him. It was Wyatt Sprague, Miles' little brother. And credit to Mines. They were able to find a way to get that thing done. But it's not just, Notre Dame and NIU this year.
Exactly.
You've got to show up every single Saturday. You can't take anything for granted. And the way that these guys are preparing this week, I know they're going to be ready.
That NIU Notre Dame game should be in every coach at every level's back pocket.
Oh, I've mentioned
Boom.
it.
Yeah, be physical. If the other team's more physical, you're going to find yourself on the backside. Notre Dame got the message the next week against Purdue. Poor Purdue suffered the wrath of that, but I'm sure that's what you guys want to be, more physical, right?
Well, and how about Noah and Howard? How about you guys as veterans? You can't let up. So
Right.
do you have to mentally do that, or do you just know that?
I think we know that as a team. All week we talk about going 1-0 every week, and like Coach Villa talks about stacking days and just building off of what we did yesterday. And we did have a great practice these past few days, so I think that we are ready for this game.
And we don't like Adams State. I don't know if you guys know this. If you walk into the pack house
No green.
wearing green,
Yep.
you get thrown out of the pack
He
house.
did that one year.
Yeah.
I came, I went to Colorado State, so all of my swag is green and gold. And I went the first year in 2008. I go down, it's Adams Week, and I don't know. And they got their helmets painted, taped up, and they got teddy bears taped to their thing with axes sticking out of them. And I thought, this is fun, And I get down there, and Riston looks at me, and goes, "What the hell? You gotta go." I said, "What?" He goes, "You can't be wearing green." I said, "I'm a Ram." He goes, "Not today, you're not."
Even my kids, they know. They're like, I can't wear that. That's green. That's exactly
So I
right.
have
Good job.
learned from that day, I don't wear much green out here for that very
Right.
reason. So.
Smart.
I
But
feel
I also
bad. I've
want-
got green cue cards here.
I didn't want to
feel
say
bad.
anything, but I'm kind of pissed off
What
about it.
no.
Should have been more prepared.
This is one of the things I wanted to bring up with the former president, and he's not here, so I'm going to have to get our boy Armando. You know what the street name is right here? Alamosa.
Oh, my.
It's another reason. Just another.
It's on campus. There's an Alamosa Street.
How did that
Well,
happen?
He might not be the one to talk to about that because his ties with Alamosa go pretty.
Oh,
far
I
back,
know.
too.
Yeah, he's from the valley. He's from that valley. There's
Once you
this valley
divorce,
and that
once you
valley.
divorce, it's final.
Yeah, he's from that
Right, the
valley.
Mesa. It's a divorce. It's final
it's out.
still.
Yeah.
But
No, he's. Our president's going to be there this weekend. I guarantee he's going to be wearing pack gear.
he's a big
Oh,
fan.
he's
He's a
all in.
super fan.
He's awesome.
He loves it. He loves
He's
it.
awesome.
Yeah, he loves everything.
Before we go, can I give a shout out tonight?
Yes.
Yeah, I just today before we did the radio show today, Ralph Williams had a visitation of life essentially, and went in there, and what an unbelievable man. He was a part of the original Friends of Football here that helped bring football back to CSU Pueblo, and there's a scholarship in his name that we give to an offensive lineman every single year, and he will be greatly missed. And
Yes.
And so I just wanted to tell his wife Jan that our thoughts and prayers are with you guys, and we're going to make sure we carry on his legacy here, and he will be missed.
Well, he would like nothing better for you to have your lineman go out and hit somebody.
No
right?
doubt.
That's what you do when you're an offensive lineman.
I love the scholarship for a lineman.
Yeah.
Naming Ralph. Ralph was about 4 feet tall.
Apparently he would get after it.
Oh,
I heard
no,
stories
Henry.
about it tonight.
Henry.
He was part of that wing T, and he was always the one that pulled. You know, in football, low man wins. So you got leverage right off the bat.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Well, I'm sure going to the game, what do you look to exploit?
Well, again, for us, it's about us doing our job, and that's really what it's about. Our keys of victory every single week do not change. It's play to our standard and play for each other. And if we can do those two things, we're going to be okay. And so we go out, do our job, and play as hard as we can, as fast as we can, for as long as we can, and don't worry, we're going to be all right.
All right. Final thoughts from you guys. Got anything
Come on,
scintillating
Howard,
to say?
So we're ready to go skin some grizz, man.
There you go.
There you go.
Grizz.
Bear meat is good.
What?
Bear meat is good.
No, I've heard, but not this kind of bear meat.
No.
Not this kind of bear meat.
Okay. All right.
Noah's just going to make sure that he's going to be on there. Please don't let me drop a pass because Jim won't. I'll be 20 years from now and Jim's going to tell me about my pass I dropped.
Who's next? Who's going to be next to draw my wrath?
Probably me. You just told everybody to line up to hit me. So
that'll be next week's promotion right here at the Pack Football Show.
And in this town,
if you hit Joe right between the eyes, you get one of these. We're going to give this away after the show. We got a couple beanies as well. We want to thank Keg One for.
We gave the
providing
beanies
that.
away, by the way.
Okay, good. Okay, the beanies are gone. So we got a cup here still. So after the show, we'll give that away. Maybe Ben Greenberg will pilfer it. You know, I never thank Ben. I should. Ben, thanks for everything you do, getting us all set up here. We thank everybody here at the ThunderZone Pizza and Tap House providing us Ryan Howard and everything. I'll be seeing Ryan over there. He's warming up my stool over there.
Ben,
and I'm gonna get some hot honey.
If the SID job doesn't work out, you need to go and just, let a comedian hire you to go sit in the crowd. You're going to get them fired up. You're going to laugh at every joke.
We'll
it's
just
going to
call
be
Ben
awesome.
Laugh Track. That's his new nickname, Laugh Track. All right. All right, Noah Howard, thanks for joining us. Phil Veal, head coach. Joe Cervi. Special thanks to our sponsors, of course, Steel City Solar, as well as Rustler Implement.
We got to get Bart back to the.
I know.
Back to the zone, man.
And Paul Plinsky was here tonight as well. Aaron Kinnischtzke's been our producer and engineer tonight, and we also have a new trainer, and I didn't take it. I got his name here. What is his name? Cage Lang.
There you go.
Cage Lang. Getting his feet wet in radio here tonight. Well, he's been in radio, but getting his feet wet in the Back Football Show. All right, we'll be on the air at 12:30, right? 1 o'clock kickoff. 12:30 on Fox Sports Pueblo on Saturday for the pregame show. 1 o'clock kickoff from Alamosa, the Thunderwolves and the Grizzlies of Adams State. Hope you can join us then. For Phil Veal, for Joe Cervi, for Ben Greenberg, I'm Jim Brooks. For Aaron Kinnischtzke, good night, everybody.